I lost our connection on that one. Anyway, continuing along. So it is hard goods that people end up enjoying as their investment. So it really is taking away the old model and looking at how Virtu Dollars works. So basically, we still have our salaries, we still have any other kinds of income that we normally have, and we would no longer have credit cards, loans. We would no longer have anything that ties up money as an investment for somebody else, making it off of us and controlling it. There's no centralization of money anymore in it, which most observers are very thrilled with because they generate any additional income that they need from, for example, logging on to their Virtu Dollar account and assigning, say, 50 grand to themselves from themselves, which seems like an outrageous concept until you play a simulation model at home as if the entire world was on it. Now, we will help you with this at Do Matrix Enterprises because the TV series Luna that I'm writing is going to have Virtue Money incorporated into it from the middle of season 2 to season 3, or season 3, sorry, to season 4. And in season 4, we will have the writing in of our own spacecraft anti-gravity technology, which is then funded through Virtue Money. And you see, with Virtue Money, everything's affordable because you can get rid of obsolete old technology instead of having it imposed on us to have to use a new invention for 20 years or whatever it is, or 10 years or 5 even in the future if they shorten it, because you get rid of it and you can have new technology. Because with Virtue Money, if you are a company going under, you just pay yourself and you fold up the company and you begin again if you want. Because it's generated from you, there's no centralized money. And really, the only people that would be threatened by this would be those who are centralizing money and have monetary control until they pay themselves off with Virtue Money and they're sitting there wealthy and they don't realize that the only thing that's changed is control. They're still very wealthy people and they pay themselves off. So if everyone on the planet, in addition to their salary that is paid in Virtu Dollars, paid themselves as much as they need for any expenditures that they need, and it gets deposited from your seeing it into a Virtue Money account by assigning a monetary amount. It's that simple. And you go and spend, and goods and services increase in their quality. So you don't have a junk society anymore with garbage goods and services that fall apart after a month. That you have better quality services. The governments have unlimited resources of money that they can still collect taxes, and we wouldn't even care because we're wealthy. So they could still have that model if they want, or they could get rid of it and have a Virtue Money fund through their own assignment of it into their government coffers. So anything's possible. You see, people have not dared to be the full awakened observer on this earth. So we haven't really truly had fun living. There's nothing to say that if tomorrow all of the banks closed down the way that they were and turned into providing services of transaction, record keeping and passing for businesses and governments and other institutions, and were paid a fee from those, and in addition could generate for themselves as well monetary value. The only thing that would happen is that we would have an increased demand of goods and services, so there would be millions of jobs created as well. And if you have too much stuff on the market, well, why wouldn't they buy it if the demand from the Virtue Dollar is creating a demand for more goods and services that are then selling? And if it's not selling, you fold it up and pay yourself off. So nobody loses. So we are really untapped, unrealized generations of money that have not been able to have the redesigned economy where there's no debt, there's no poverty, there's no money sitting, accruing money on itself. It's for spending. We assign a monetary value to ourselves beyond any salary that we have, or we don't even have to work if we don't want to. And I'm a person that would still work because I find it boring to sit at home. And we would have to have people working or there wouldn't be goods and services. So it wouldn't be fun to be rich because you'd have nothing to buy. So of course there's still going to be people working. but it's for a real profit wealth without the headache of the overhead, or am I going to make my bottom line? And without the suffering that business has worrying about money sometimes. So it's a new economic model that you really have to stop protesting, digging in your heels, saying it's terrible, I don't want it, this person is a fanatic, it's not going to happen, and really look at it in order to have a worldwide vote for it one day so we can finally be prosperous and have a shining planet with space travel, with new goods and services, with unlimited goods and services, with unlimited wealth, with no one impoverished, with no government debts, with no wars, without anything. It's the closest to what authors have dreamt of for Earth as some sort of a utopia. It's never really a utopia where you always have peace only. However, economically, it might be close to it. So look at the virtue money model that's outlined in Eco Harmonious Technology page on the Starlight State blog and also on the previous Virtue Money video I have done. Go to town on it and have fun with it. And one day, maybe it'll be voted for the world.